Smurf, this is cold.
Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway, where we are live. It's the OSRL Premier Series. We're back at it. It's the Duels, baby. The first ever Duels at Daytona for the Online Speedway Racing League. And we're here with duel number 1 from the fabulous, newly updated Daytona International Speedway Velodrome Association of Stock Cars. I'm joined in the booth by Ben Billard. Okay. Josh Cronin. I was waiting for you to say hello or something.
I was waiting for you to keep on going.
Josh Morgan is here as well, as per usual.
Hello.
Unfortunately, Matthew Zwack has joined us for tonight's festivities.
Damn.
Because he's
okay.
not.
Hello.
Yeah, that's it. Those are the only people in the booth.
I said your name!
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did!
Okay.
They will testify.
They
They can
to all the
testify.
headphone users already.
I'm so excited for who's on the poll. Oh my god.
It's my pick. I called it.
Look at it.
Holy shit! No way.
I called it.
That's crazy.
I can't believe it. Lane Tidwell
Lane
is on the poll, baby!
In the
Let's go down
iconic
here.
Romeo Guest Construction number 7.
Iconic.
Should we get a word with him?
Sure, if
No.
do you want to get a word with him? Word, do you want
Is he in
I
the?
don't-
He's
He
on
is
the
not.
Not
He's still
even
on the pub
in the
version.
right. He's in the
Pizza.
wrong Discord.
I'm gonna go to. Let me. Oh no!
I'm
I have to end
at
my
the
stream.
wrong
God,
track.
I have to. All right, let's just go down the starting grid. There's 30 laps. There's the people. Lane Tidwell is on the pole, baby. What a heater! 49.52425. I can't talk. Benjamin A. White is second. There's Jack Painter. There he is. Look at him. Nate Stewart, Presley Sora, Lance Hill. Ethan Quarter, there he is, and Griffin Jones, they're 7th and 8th. Spencer Ray, Joshua Eschian, 9th and 10th. Reed Grant, Colin Curless, Robert Dorman, Jack Lauer, Nick Roten, Jameel Hawkins, Andrew T. Jones, Robert Pankow, Daniel J. Wagner, Brett D. Bennett, Gary Waterworth, who won the crash last night, Luke Breitschoff, Connor Grindstaff, Hayden Law, Ruby Estes, Jonathan Ledger, Dawson Allen, Jonathan Oates is not running, so there's 27 people. Or maybe there's more, I don't know. There's a lot of people here. I can't tell. Those are all the people. Anyways, we have about 30 drivers vying for 14 spots over this 30-lap event. We'll have 2 of these lovely races tonight. Matthews Wack, you didn't win the duel, or didn't win the clash last night, but you did race the car. How is it?
I did win the clash, in fact.
No, you didn't.
If we look into this, this car handles pretty different compared to most oval super speedway cars. There's a lot less of a leeway for pushing. You pretty much have to hit the person square. It's got to be a really light push, because if you hit them too hard, their back wheels are going to lift off, and the entire field's going to die. So drafting and runs are the same. The big thing different in this car is the pushing. You cannot push as much. Thank
you, Matthews Wack. Ben Billard, are you going to win the Speedway 200? I don't know why I asked you that right now.
I'm going to try to.
Okay.
And how you feeling about the finale? You're gonna do well
about Brazil.
So Ben Billard is not in either of the duels.
Yeah, there's Matthews Wack. The top 8 are locked in.
They're locked in. But everybody else, they have to race their way in. The pace truck is going to pit lane right now. Lane Tidwell is the control car. Green flag flies. We are underway with duel number 1.
30 cold-blooded American laps here at the Daytona International Speedway.
Oh God, why is my game so loud? Help.
Should turn that down.
Yeah, help. I think that was the most textbook restart we've ever seen at a super speedway.
Through turns 1 and 2, Benjamin A. White edged ahead for a moment, but Lane Tidwell down the backstretch for the first time. Noses ahead on the bottom.
Someone's sparking back there.
I think the most interesting thing to follow this race is going to be how aggressive we are in the first 10 laps. That really sets the field in a duel, and it's really interesting because it's top 14 makes it, I believe.
Top 14 will be locked in.
So
it's the Speedway 200.
It's Connor Grindstep is super off the pace. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought he looked like he spun or something, but no, he's just.
He was on the apron.
At the back.
He was on the apron on the back straight, but give that first lap to the
Benjamin
29 machine. Presley Soar is my pick, by the way. He's my pick.
Tidwell is my pick.
That's my pick.
That's my pick too.
Benjamin A. White goes down to the bottom, takes the lead of the bottom lane. That's going to give Nate Stewart the lead on the top. As it looks like Jack Lauer in the Olive Garden machine is going to bail out and go to the apron and let the whole field go by.
Jack Lauer said, "I had enough. I'm fed up with these guys. I hate all of them. I'm going to go to the back." That's exactly what he said. There he is. There's Jack Lauer, Olive Garden.
That was a really good impression of him. You sounded exactly like him there.
That's me. Oh, they're telling me I have to do a Murray Walker impression.
Is Lane running a different car for everybody else?
He's running the Romeo Guest machine for me.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
So, anyway, we now are on lap 3 of OSRL Duel number 1. It's Benjamin A. White, Nate Stewart, Lane Tidwell, Lance Hill, Presley Soar rounding out your top 5. Incredible wheel-to-wheel racing action here from the Daytona International Speedway to set the Speedway 200 lineup. Nate Stewart edges ahead into turn 3, but here comes White. Back on the bottom, they'll be wheel-to-wheel through turns 3 and 4. It's Villeneuve! Incredible racing action here at Melbourne at Albert Park. Oh my goodness me, as they come through the tri-oval. Give it to Heinz Harold Frentzen.
Thank you. And Murray. Oh my God, I can't even do the James Hunt this time. Anyways, Nate Stewart led that lap.
I believe personally as James Hunt, the world champion for McLaren.
Okay.
Nate Stewart will have a
supreme
advantage and will win the race.
Okay.
Is that a teammate behind? No, it's a Viagra car. Okay,
Presley Soar sticking it 3 wide, or trying to at least on the Lance Hill machine. Is he going to make it work? Lance Hill kind of bows out there as Sora takes away that second position on the outside lane, 5th overall in the race. Jack Painter, who is always super quiet at these super speedway races, but always at the front, sits in the 5th position right now, and Ethan Quarter right behind him in the 153 machine. The 153 and the 53 are right next to each other. Wow.
Nearly contact in the middle of the pack there between Gary Waterworth and I believe that's Lance Hill. I'm really interested to see how aggressive these guys get for the transfer spot. Really no 3 wide yet. The only 3 wide there is because Lance ran pretty far from the track. Because he took his nose. I think around lap like 12-ish, we're going to see these guys start to get super aggressive, but just kind of waiting on a 3rd lane to form. It'll be pretty hard to see them get sideways 2x2 here.
They're chilling out.
And as usual with OSRL competition, no fast repairs, period. They might be playing just a little bit conservative because there are no mulligans in this series at all. And if you wreck at Daytona, it's going to be a big one, especially with this pack still being pretty well full of basically everybody out on track.
Let's get that Robert Dorman update. There he is.
He's chilling.
He's chilling. He's inside of the transfer spot. Right now, the transfer spot.
The wall.
How did...
In 13 seconds off the pace, he just smacked the wall going down into one.
Him and Connor are just having a great time. They're just about 40 seconds behind the leaders.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I heard contact going down into turn 3. Luke Breitschoff was wrecking it.
Somebody back there is
Still advised.
bowing out.
A lot of people will drop into the back. I figured with the duels being so short, you kind of wouldn't really have time to drop to the back. That's
Look out, Tommy Cook! Holds on
that's
to
one of the
it.
reasons you can. That's one of the reasons you can drop to the back is because stuff like that happens.
Take a look
There's
at
a
what
battle
happened
up
there.
front.
Oh, Andrew Jones just kind of ran him over going into turn 3, but Cook able to hold on to it. No harm, no foul. As we go back up front, it's Presley Sora now overtaking the bottom lane with Benjamin A. White back up on top.
I think you'll see as the race goes on, a lot of guys will have a set lap to go. Hayden Lowell is all over that 74 of Brady Ben in the middle of the corner. Some of these guys have to go. I think lap 15 is a target lap. When I've been doing these, I kind of wait for the first caution, but as we get over halfway, I think people are going to, oh, Hayden Lowell's taking it right up the middle. That's pretty tight. He's going to keep taking the run. People will start to get antsy as we approach halfway.
Yep.
That was a bold move for so early in the race.
That was.
I guess it's not too early, but that's still a bit early to be making moves like that. At least for me.
This is the area to focus on right here. This is 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. All these guys currently vying for the transfer spot. There's no speed provisionals, any provisionals of any kind. So if you are not in the top 14 at the end of this race after the official results, you are not going to be in the Speedway 200 no matter what. If you don't have a points provisional from last year, which is the top 8, you are out.
You look at some of the drivers at the front of this first duel. They have a lot of confidence and a lot of experience at these play tracks. They are Moon Car Night in America regulars, so they're going to be a tough nut to crack to try and get out of the transfer position. That is a tough go between Jack Lauer and the 28 Mopar machine.
Jonathan Ledger hit the wall off at 2 and didn't have any momentum going down the backstretch. Went to the bottom lane, and Lauer was not having any of that. Went to the below the yellow line to make the pass. No harm, no foul as Benjamin A. White leads it by a nose at the line. We saw Benjamin up front all last night in the Slipstream Science Clash. He was not able to get it done with that chaotic finish, but he is definitely going to be somebody to pay attention to for the rest of tonight's race, and if he's able to transfer on in the Speedway 200.
Another driver that's kind of making his way forward a little bit is Spencer Ray in the Apex Action Kia. He's been very quietly moving up in this bottom lane. He's now 5th on the bottom. He's inside of the transfer spot. He's having a pretty good run so far as we approach 1/3 distance.
Yeah, along like what you said, there's been a couple guys, Griffin Jones, Ethan Quarter, and Joshua K. Esch. They've all been doing what Spencer does, kind of just holding their spots. And I mean, there's no reason for them to move as long as they don't get shuffled later in the race.
We hit lap 10. Wyatt told me to turn. Oh, we have to do a silent lap. We'll do it next. We're gonna do that next lap because we're already talking on this lap. Yeah.
You gotta
Sorry,
up the price
Wyatt.
for that.
We have a two-car
I do have
tandem.
to up the price for that.
We have a 2-car tandem for 30th.
Oh, is it Luke Breitschoff and Connor Grindstaff? Oh, hell
yes,
yeah, it is.
sir.
They're ripping back
Hell
there.
yeah,
They're gonna
baby.
make this race. I tell you what.
And their best JGR impression, 26 seconds off the leader.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't crash.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe Slack said that Luke Breitschoff was in
hang
the
on.
wall. So
Please pause for one
Here it
lap
comes.
for station identification.
Here it comes, and he gets it.
silent lap number 1 is complete. You only have 2 of those per stream, so don't use it on this race if you're going to use it. Use it on next race, and you can't use it within 10 laps to go either. Don't be pulling that shit on us. We're not going to take it.
We had a bit of a scramble in the back half of the lead group. It looks like behind Robert Pankow, there was a bit of a dust-up between, I believe it was Hayden Law and it was either Reed Grant or Colin Curlis. They kind of came to blows that they passed the bus stop that lap.
I don't think that's what PZN stands for, Mo. But if that's what your heart desires, then
that's close
I'm all
enough.
for it. I mean, it counts. It works. So far through the first 12 laps, as we complete lap 12 here, it has been all Benjamin A. White and Presley Sora. Lane 2 Willier Polster has sat in line. He's not dropped back farther than about 4th or 5th, and that's all you need to do. Once again, the starting positions are not based on where you finish in these dual races, so no need to finish 1st or 14th.
Hayden Lull took it up the middle 3 wide again. Gary, they're stacking up in the middle of the pack. Here comes Brett D. Bennett up the middle, and I'm sure Hayden's going to follow. Lance Hill's being left up to dry on the high side. Presley's going to clear up front. Starting to get a little interesting. Ben looked like he was thinking about throwing a block or 2. I don't see why he would. He's pretty safe. He's going to jet to the high side again. He should be able to get this lead back going down to 1.
As long as he's able to make the move with good timing, he won't risk being run over by Nate Stewart and causing a big wreck. It's all really about timing in these ARCA cars. It's really tough to push, nearly impossible. You can do it, but it is very tough. And one tiniest mistake can wreck you.
Nate Stewart's been doing a great job the last couple laps, kind of managing that bubble, but for Benjamin A. White and Presley. So he's kind of been giving whoever wants to go up to the lead, giving them enough of a bubble to give them that momentum to take the lead, and then they'll come back down, and that'll give the Apex Action number 4 the top in the lead position on the top lane.
Yep.
I'm getting reports that Connor Grindstaff is sending selfies to Jonathan Oates in the middle of the race, which that's how you lose your sponsors. We'll see if you post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
These guys are
These
guys are
crazy.
Halfway down the backstretch in that tandem over there, and they're just coming off 2. The leaders are now they might get lapped before this race ends.
Yeah, they are 36 seconds behind.
Oh my god, they are going to get lapped.
47 laps.
The real key is, when does this kind of organized 2x2 stop becoming?
Man, sorry to interrupted you, but Presley
when does this?
bold move.
No, that's fine. When does this organized 2x2 start becoming maybe 3?
I said it was going to be lap 15 because we're coming to halfway.
I was going to say
here.
Maybe 20. Is 20 still even a bit too early?
This is about when
we are starting to see.
Just keep talking over each other.
Yeah, we are starting to see a lot of numbers go back to the top lane. It kind of thinned out a little bit, maybe like 5 to 10 laps ago, but now it's pretty even between the 2 lanes. So someone's going to start to think about when will it be time to build that 3rd lane.
This is about what I would start to go. I don't think I've seen a single car willingly look top of 3 wide all race. I've seen a couple guys look middle, but no one. Oh, Hayden's gonna peak again. Oh, big block, but no one's
big block. That was a double clear for Presley Sora and Nate Stewart there. Both go to the bottom. That's going to give Benjamin A. White the top.
Oh, man.
They go back with the top. Another big block.
It is early to block up front, man, especially when you're blocked in. I don't know. I don't know about this.
If you remember last season's Speedway 200, Nate Stewart caused a big wreck by clearing himself going into turn 3. Hopefully that fate won't come to him again, but he's making some risky moves here with 14 to go in duel number 1. He's held it so far. These guys up at the front are strong drivers. They race this car a lot, especially in stuff like Moon Car. They should have the ability to make it stick. Griffin Jones, the first car all race to try to stick it 3 wide, but he ducks back in line as they enter 3.
The problem as well with blocking at the very front of the field is that means if there is a wreck, it is everyone as Presley Sora once again goes down to the bottom to block Stewart.
Hey, we're still lifting there. I don't think Griffin Jones necessarily looked high. I think he just got a bit out of the groove, and Joshua K. Esch lifted for him, which I was not expecting. I thought he was just going to take it up the middle. I think some drivers are a lot more passive than others. The man right behind Joshua, who won the Clash last night, Gary, I think a couple of these guys aren't going to be lifting for these 3 wides as we creep into 10 to go.
Gary Waterworth won the Clash last night by just sticking in line and getting a little bit lucky. He didn't really make any bold move that won that race. He just was able to, when the wreck happened, he was able to make his way through it. We'll have to see if similar fate comes in tonight. Gary, I don't know Gary as a guy to make super aggressive moves. He kind of just waits for his time and then goes with it. And that won him the Clash last night. Let's see if he could transfer him. But as I say that, he just completely proves me wrong. Tells me to go fuck myself as he looks to the outside, but he'll duck back in line to the tri-oval.
I gotta say, Nate Stewart is
just keep talking.
Tempting fate so much with these blocks. It's actually scaring me. My bones are shaking. It's
Drink more milk.
Yeah, for real.
Nate Stewart, I think he trusts these two guys behind him. Presley and Benjamin are really strong drivers, and man, Presley tried to self-clear up in front of Benjamin down the backstretch, but that was not there quite yet. They'll be side by side going into turn one as Nate's still plenty clear. A thing that we saw some of these guys talking about in regards to the setup was that if you're entering on the bottom, it'll push up a little bit going into the turns. We saw that there with Presley. He pushed up about half a lane, but he was able to hold on to it. We'll see if that hurts any.
I think the first driver that's really wanting to try and make that third lane work is Dawson Allen in the 79. He's currently chilling in about 18th, 19th. He's kind of been peaking high, exiting turns 2 and turn 4, trying to see if he had that momentum, but no one's really wanted to go with him yet. Or rather, that's the 77 of Ruby Estes.
It's under half a straightaway for this tandem in front of them. I wonder if they're just gonna hold the bottom.
I was gonna say,
I kind of hope they do, to be honest. I think they should hold the bottom. Why not?
That would be pretty funny, I think. It will cause
they should
mass chaos. That's probably exactly what they need. Presley's going to make the move up to the top. Benjamin did not want to grant it to him, but he was clear, so now Presley will get the lead on the outside, and he'll edge ahead as they go through the tri-oval. Stewart led the lap with 10 to go. Now White looks to the outside of Sora. Nearly contact between the two, but they hold on to it through 1 and 2.
See, as aggressive as it is up front, this is very respectful racing. There hasn't been much push. Everyone's been lifting. Oh, lap cars on the wall.
Oh my God! Jesus! Oh, it nearly causes a wreck. They're out of shape. Tidwell below the apron. Painter lets him back in line. They scramble, but all hold on to it. My goodness.
Who was that?
That was Luke Brightshoff,
That was Connor Bryant.
That was Brightshoff.
Brightshoff came off the wall.
He's still hitting the wall.
That is one of the only times in sim racing where I have actually had a physical reaction. I actually jumped when I saw that.
The other one that was in that tandem, Connor Grindstaff, did come to pit road to try and just get out of the way of these guys.
Well, before the entire field nearly
Delaware
worked, as I was getting to, it's been really aggressive racing up front. It's all been very respectful. People have been lifting for runs. No one's been throwing a horrible block yet, but we are starting to throw blocks, and it's looking like it's going to get more and more aggressive as the race goes on. I don't think the driving style up front's going to make it the rest of this race.
If someone was feeling really opportunistic,
the guy behind him goes to the outside. Yeah.
If someone was feeling really opportunistic when they passed Luke Brightshoff, that might have been the moment to try and make a third lane, but it just did not seem like the right moment for some of the drivers.
These front three have been shuffling the lead, going inside, outside, back, inside, back, outside. This time it's shuffling between Nate Stewart and Presley Sora, who takes the lead on the outside lane. Benjamin White, I think he wanted to try to get clear to the bottom, but the nose that Apex Action Camry, I believe it is, was still there, and he was not able to make the move. So far, it's been these three dominating this race with 8 laps to go.
And here's a bit of a theory to think about too, right? If they're top 14 make it in, there's not really that much of an incentive to be racing that hard for the top spots, because you could risk wrecking and not making the race. But they are also people who enjoy racing, and so they kind of have to suppress that urge, or they could just say screw it and see what happens. And both will be entertaining. Speaking of screw it,
trying to make moves.
I like to do something we haven't done and started to look back at this transfer spot. It's a lot more congested than it was before, and kind of string out single file around 14th, but Robert Panko has it now, and I think they're going to start jockeying for position big time back there. There's a lot of cars that can all make it. Andrew Jones is going to peak middle. Oh, we're going to look 3 wide under the apron. Oh, this is going to get stacked up going down to 3.
As Nick Roten in the 60 machine, he was able to get back up, still riding that apron right in front of the 80 machine. That's Reed Grant, who can't be too happy with the checkup. They're all trying to jockey for position, get up to that 14th position, as we are going to get 6 laps to go this time by. We're about to start seeing some moves being made for sure.
So the full roster of those that are in the top 14 right now: Presley Sora, Nate Stewart, Lane Tidwell, Benjamin A. White, Ethan Quarter, Griffin Jones, Spencer Ray, Joshua K. Eshi, Robert Dorman, Hayden Law, Ruby Estes, Lance Hill, and Robert Pankow. He is the last one in. First one on the outside right now is Jameel Hawkins.
Hawkins in that Exalsa 11 machine there. A little formal, he nearly gets turned by Ledger, who didn't check up in time. He's able to hold on to it as Allen checks up for him. Jones checks up for Ledger. They all keep it cordial here, back battling for the transfer spot. And honestly, that shove from Ledger that nearly sent Jameel into the wall ends up helping him. He's now on the outside of that 14th position, looking to make something work as they're getting freaky up here, looking for moves to make. I don't know why I said that word. 5 laps to go.
I mean that's an apt description of it.
It is, yeah.
This is going to be a weird race because we're going to see them wreck for 14th, and they might go clean all the way through. This will be weird. I shouldn't have said that.
5 laps. 5. I mean, you never know. I mean, yeah, probably. But 5 laps to go. We've gone 25 laps. Green Sora makes a bold move to the outside. White.
Rewiden the back. It's someone's coming. Reed Grant's finally starting to make a move and come up the middle. He's pretty good super speedway racer. He's been sitting in the back all race. Andrew T. Jones is going to make moves up to the front. It's going to get chaotic very quickly here for the transfer spot.
Andrew T. Jones is somebody who will certainly be aggressive. Gary Waterworth tried to make a 3-wide move out of turn 4, ducks back in line. 4 to go. Sora at the line. Stewart in second. White the first man on the outside with Jones in touch.
Side by side throughout the entire pack, pretty much. No one's going to give an inch. I'm still shocked no one's made a big move to the top. I mean, there's been runs there, and no one's taking it. I guess they're just terrified of not having help and losing spots. It's going to be neck and neck here, it looks like, for the next 4 laps.
They're all jockeying for position now. Andrew Jones look to the inside, looks to the outside, look back to the inside, gets turned. Oh, right at the transfer spot, there's calamity. The back half of the field goes crashing into turn 3 as the caution comes out.
That's basically what we've been leading up to the whole time. There was a ton of decisiveness going down into turn 3. Andrew T. Jones looked to the top, didn't like the run he got, looked back inside, had to check up for Jameel, and Dawson Allen just didn't check up enough, got into the back of Andrew T. Jones, and like we said, the pushing's got to be real gentle in these cars, and it just sent him around. It collected Robert, Jameel, Ledger, a ton of good cars involved in that.
A wild ride for Robert Pankow.
Yeah, that was a terrible hit into the outside wall.
The funniest thing, too, is that 14 cars were in front of... Okay. 14 cars were in front of that wreck. So, like, truly, everybody who's everybody who's good is good. It's just everybody who was behind the transfer spot was involved.
And Dawson Allen, who was...
Whoa!
Dawson Allen,
Jones is in the wall.
Dawson Allen, who was at the very beginning of that wreck, is currently your transfer spot.
Sorry, man, I was trying to interrupt you. Andrew T. Jones hit the wall checking up for the pace car.
Oh, no.
But some of these guys are
okay.
It's not just 14. We're not going to have just 14 cars left, excuse me. We'll have, for this one green-white checkered, probably about 20, 25 cars that can still go for this transfer spot and make it into the Speedway 200. One green-white checkered tonight because Jonathan Oates remembered to do that this time.
Dawson Allen was given an EOL penalty for causing that wreck.
That is a big development, and Dawson will not be too happy to see that at all in the Oakland Raiders machine.
The Oakland Raiders? Is he running a Raiders car?
He's running an Oakland Raiders Subaru.
With the pink interior, with the pink roll bars.
Oh, right.
There's been just a long line of bad things that have happened to the Raiders this season. They did just make the playoffs, but this will set them back a little bit as Dawson.
The Subaru contingency has officially doubled in Austral competition.
I would just like to inform everybody through our wiretaps with the drivers and the driver radio. Dawson Hess, to put it lightly, not happy. What did I say? Dawson Hess? Dawson Allen. Rather. Dawson Allen, to put it lightly, not happy about receiving an end-of-line penalty. I mean, to put it correctly, furious.
There really weren't that many cars that made it through safe. Tommy Cook narrowly escaped. If you want to get an onboard, he barely made it through. Colin Carlos got on the binders. Newbegin and Lauer and Will Bangs. All of those guys got through it fairly clean. Tommy had a a side swipe, but Tommy had he was in the thick of it going down in the 3 there, and he got out of it pretty safe.
Here it is. There he is. It's Wobungus onboard camera.
Yep.
It's a cool number. So is this the GWC? It is.
This will be.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
the
man, he
final one.
ran. Oh, he got a little bit of damage, but that's not anything with this damage model. He'll be just fine as they go back to green here. He'll be in the
He's just
16th
hip checking
position.
the fenders in.
Exactly.
It's getting more aero.
Yeah,
Getting that
exactly.
side forge.
Trying to get that skew built in, man.
It's true.
Sisora,
Do you think this is? Do you think this is going to be the 1 to green right here?
This is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Processor, my pick. He's a very experienced super speedway racer. He does end up in the catch fence and a lot of stuff he does. Usually not to his fault. But, I mean, the front of the field has a lot of experienced guys. Nate does his fair share of super speedway. Already seen Benjamin White does. Lane does. It's top 4 is good. I mean, you have the Clash winner. You have Ethan Corder, who also does his fair share of super speedway stuff. It's a really strong field up front and a lot of experience in the back. I want to see. Andrew's car looks fine for hooking the hell out of somebody. Tommy's pretty clean. Khan's pretty clean. There's definitely still a good battle for the transfer spot here.
There's probably just enough clean cars that where if they want to try and get that 3rd lane, they need to make it work in a hurry, because otherwise, people who are outside of the top 14 are probably going to be stuck there for the rest of this race.
Yeah, this was another issue, like I said, about staying in the back. This damage model is weird. Unless you really smash the car into the wall, you're not going to have to pit or have that much damage. And a lot of these guys who sat in the back, like Jack Lauer and Newbegin, they're still in 19th to 20th. I mean, they have a lot of ground to catch up on. I think that they need a wreck, but I think the guys up front are smart enough to avoid it here. I mean, see us come to the green.
Remember.
Are we live, Matt?
Are we live? Yes.
Just to make sure.
I've changed my ways.
Fine.
There's Barney. He's got the green flag out. Remember, 14 cars make it in. If the caution comes out, the race is over. Other than that, we will be going to the end. Presley Sora takes the green flag for green-white checkered 1 of 1 and gets a great jump on the field. What we should be paying attention to is back here for the transfer spot, though. Currently, it's Jonathan Ledger in the 28 machine and Ruby Estes. They're both in. Andrew Jones is on the outside looking in. He's going to look to the inside now on Ledger, trying to get that spot with Tommy Cook right behind him, giving him some help. They're shuffling up front, a little bit further up ahead as well. Robert Dorman, Hayden Law. Oh, there's contact between Law and Dorman, but they all managed to hold on to it.
People are gonna get. Andrew T. Jones is gonna look on the yellow line. There's gonna be a lot less and less room given here. There's gonna be contact. There's gonna be bumper to bumper contact. We're gonna see at least a couple cars go around the for what I believe is the transfer spot.
Ledger into the wall. That should be a caution. Caution is out. That will end the race. And Lance Hill, as of right now, is in 14th.
I think Andrew got it.
Unofficially, it's Lance and Andrew, the last 2 to transfer. You see Douglas Newbegin, Jack Lauer involved, Brightshoff made it through somehow, some way on the lead lap. Dawson Allen, Reed Grant, all these guys involved in the trouble. Jonathan Ledger as well. He was right at the beginning of it. Let's take a look at what happened. Andrew made that big 3-wide move. It was tight racing. Hill washed up the track, made some contact with Ledger, which caused
Is there a yellow line rule?
I don't know. It's a good question.
There is none.
But I think what we have to pay attention to here is the fact that Lance Hill, they may decide that he is at blame. Thank you. Decide that he is at blame for this wreck and give him an EOL. He is currently in 14th position.
I think you could say Andrew's at blame just as much as Lance is. I think you can say they played a part in this wreck.
If they're both good, it's going to be a tough decision for Jonathan Oates and the admin team to make. We'll have to see what race control decides.
Because I'm rewatching it, and there actually isn't contact there.
Yeah, but even with no contact, if you look at it, Lance is still higher than he should have been, but he also kind of got hit up there by Andrew, who made a move that might have not been legal.
Dawson Allen is furious. In protest, he takes the checkered flag first. He will be. He's been disqualified from the race. He's been removed from the server, most likely. As the real winner, Presley Sora, comes across the line, and he is your Duel 1 winner. As of right now, Lance Hill is still in. We'll have to see if they have a ruling on that or if they just call it a racing deal.
Yeah, those guys that sat in the back, the caution, it was just too little too late when that caution came out. A lot of them ended up getting involved, and that's the risk you run in a 30-lap race sitting in the back. You only have so much time to get to the front, especially after halfway once they get racing. It's hard to find holes, especially in this car.
So Presley Sora is your winner at Duel 1. Caution, thank you, lap counter.
Are we bringing in, or are we interviewing all three?
We can talk to Presley. We'll just talk to Presley, because it's only a duel, who cares? Presley Sora, you are the winner of Duel 1 at Daytona. You and Benjamin and Nate, you guys all took a strong command of that race and were able to take control of it. What was your strategy going into tonight's race?
Yeah, my strategy was just to go out there and lead every lap. A lot of these guys were talking about how they didn't want to, push and stuff, and they just wanted to be conservative and make the race, because technically 14th isn't really any better than first when it comes to a big race, but I still wanted to go out and win it.
Presley Sora, the winner of the duel. How do you feel about you're locked into the Speedway 200 now. How do you feel about your chances next Thursday night?
I think they're pretty good. I think I'm going to go out and win it next week.
Oh, I like that. I love that confidence.
Yeah, I don't know why I could win this one and not win next week too, so that's the plan.
I love it. Presley Sora wins Duel 1. And because they're still in the waiting room, and I feel a little bad. I'm gonna talk to them. Nate Stewart, you finished 4th. Talk.
What?
Second. You finished 2nd. Talk. You're number 4. Sorry.
Yeah, I definitely should have won that race if it went green, but these drivers suck, and Jonathan Oates is bad race control.
Are you talking shit?
Talking drivers are wrecked. Yes.
I like that. Are you? I asked the same question to Presley, but it was because you won the race. But you finished 2nd. How do you feel about the Speedway 200 next week? Last year you kind of wrecked yourself. Are you gonna do that again, or are you gonna win?
I'm either gonna wreck myself or I'm gonna win. That's how that's gonna work.
I like that.
Well, I don't really like this setup. It's tight. Why is it tight? Like I have a big issue with.
I didn't make the setup. You're gonna have to talk to them. I only work here, man. You gotta talk to the manager. Go to HR or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna have to yell at Jonathan because this setup sucks. Why do we have a tight plate set?
It is modified from Talladega, so.
Well, that explains it. Jonathan doesn't know how to make a setup.
You should talk to Jonathan. I have no legal withstanding.
You would think with him having a Coke driver on F4R, you'd think he could ask for help with setups, but no.
I think he might have extended enough. Blake might have extended enough courtesy by just being on F4R.
I have a feeling Oates pays him.
That's an interesting conspiracy. You might want to go to him for that. But yeah, Nate Stewart finishes 2nd. Wow.
There he goes.
Benjamin A. White, you brought it home 3rd. You guys were controlling that race all evening long. All 30 laps you guys were up there. What was your strategy going into tonight?
For the most part, it was just make the field. Don't get wrecked by a moron. I put myself in a good position early by qualifying 2nd to Lane Tidwell, which that was a really good lap lane. Good job on that. Anyways, so it was just qualify well and try to at least hold a decent position in the draft. I know Griffin Jones was a scaredy cat to push, so it ended up being me getting traded like a whore between pushing Presley and Nate Stewart. It was kind of frustrating, but my priorities was just making the field at that point, and then we got people wrecking for last, so we didn't even get the race out to the end. But I mean, very, very good, clean race, at least up at the front where I was.
How are you feeling about your chances going into the Speedway 200 next week?
I'm feeling really confident about my chances. I just need to qualify well, and if we have green flag pit stops, execute on those. I'm not a very good on pit stops. I always fucking below my pit box or something. But for the most part, just nail everything correctly, and I'll have a chance. Apologize for the language.
I know the language is welcome. Just don't say any like actual bad stuff, and then you're good.
Oh well, you
Like
can trust me to not do that.
I appreciate that.
No funny guys.
It's what we call the Brian Hicks rule.
Yeah, the Brian Hicks
Oh.
rule. Well, anyways, Benjamin,
Interesting.
Congrats on your third. We'll see you next week.
I don't know what that is.
All right, good luck. Have fun broadcasting Duel 2. There's a lot of bad people in there, so you might have more caution.
Maybe we will. I love all the attitude from all of them.
I love the no
absolutely
filter.
love it.
That's fucking amazing.
I love it. It's great. But anyways,
there's a lot of bad people.
Presley's still sitting here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Do we move him back in? I don't know.
No, I mean like on the track.
Oh, well, he was in the booth there for a second. I don't know why he got moved back in. I mean, good for him. But anyways, we're going to head over to Duel 2. We're going to have a quick intermission, listen to some lo-fi, and we'll be back in just a few minutes once we load into the session for Duel number 2.
We do truck reversing type beat?
No. Welcome back. After a long intermission, in which I don't know if you guys could hear the music, but if you didn't, then that's really unfortunate.
Holy cow, they're advancing to qualifying.
Oh my god. Oh, it's still they're still
Breaking
qualifying.
news.
God, I got 5 more.
We had a great look at 3 people just sliding through the infield there before they.
What are we gonna talk about for the next 5 minutes?
I'm gonna go get some water.
I'm gonna get some water.
What are the rest of us gonna talk about?
Yeah, I already ate on
Getting some water.
What you guys have for dinner?
I'm having dinner right now. I have
is
some
it?
roast beef.
I had
I have some coleslaw. I had some braised onions.
Matthew Zwack, what'd you have for dinner?
I had mini tacos and a burger.
That sounds lovely.
I eat healthy, let me tell you. Let me begin.
I just want to say, we had like 50 damn viewers for that entire first duel. So I really do appreciate all of you lovely people for tuning in to this lovely, incredible, very good stream. Yeah. What are we gonna? What do we talk about? I don't have anything to talk about.
The picks, yeah.
Who's your pick?
I gotta look at the
we
people
watch a
that are in this
Q-lap?
race. Let's watch Casey Nemes's Q-lap
it's-
right now. Do you want to go from the
Oates
cockpit?
also- Sure. Oates also fucked it up and only did 1 lap, but
No, that's
let's not
intentional.
do that. Oh. Okay, we're gonna get a full Matthew Zwack review check here. He did not go high enough up off the triangle, so that's gonna take some speed away.
Oh, you completely missed his turn 1.
What do we think pole time's gonna be?
It's
gonna
not
be a
on the yellow line.
4-1-1. It's gonna
Wow.
just best your time.
It'll be a 3-1-1. The gods will wrap rock.
Is that an
Not
8-1-1
high
call
enough
before
off
you
the
dig?
corner either.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm intently focused on the Marcus Siesco machine.
They're telling us to talk about politics. Unfortunately, we can't do that.
I don't mean to
It's
get
our contract.
political, but
Correct.
door numbers, right?
The
That
best
is
number
technically
placement.
politics. 'Cause
Ooh,
Why
I
don't,
have
they, why don't they put them on the window?
Shut up.
Current
Casey
polls is
Nemeth
impressively
is going to
sorry.
come to the line, and he is going
I'm
to
in the
put
wrong
down.
session.
Why are you?
I decided to do
5-1-5. Slow.
Yeah, no, that was not. I decided to do ESPN Streak for the first time in like a year yesterday or 2 days ago. And I was
Kart
going
Racer
through the-
56. The
okay.
answer to that is yes.
Just keep talking.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely did it on purpose.
So he did. I was doing ESPN
Absolutely,
Streak.
he did.
Okay. Oh
just
my
keep
fucking-
just keep fucking talking.
Jesus
keep
Christ.
talking.
I was doing Streak, right? And I was looking through the game and seeing which percentage, and I saw, I was like, there's so many games to choose. I was like, it's gonna be easy. So the game I chose USC beating Stanford.
Mhm.
That didn't happen. USC was undefeated. They were 13-0, and they lost to shitty Stanford. And I was depressed. I bet my entire mortgage on that game, along with my ESPN Streak, and I lost.
2 whole damn minutes left. To answer your question, Kart Racer, 100%. Dale Jr. should have been in the championship for that year, and they would have rigged it for him to win it. And I wouldn't have any issue with it, even if it became
Oh,
public.
hold on.
because
I
he
have a
deserved
new
it.
pick.
Who?
I didn't know he was in here. Give me Brandon Hawkins. Thank you.
Hold
You know
on.
what I'm going with? I'm going with an
He
under. I'm
just
going with
went to
somebody.
the top of the boards.
I'm going with somebody that is not. I'm going with somebody who is not. Is underrated at super speedway racing. I'm going with Cole Freilich. He's going to win this race. I like Cole Freilich. He's a aggressive super speedway racer. He's always been that way. He's always a under the radar guy at super speedway special events like the Firecracker, like the FTF5, all that stuff. So he's
Breaking
my pick
news.
to win this race.
Breaking news: Wesley Person just doxed someone.
Yeah.
Irising chat.
Oh?
Or IP in chat.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm not going to click that space bar.
Oh,
that would be-
Mo Perry has launched into the air.
Is that
Then
so?
we talked
Can I-
about Brandon
Can I
Hawkins.
interject with my pick?
Interject. Oh my goodness. Mo really did.
Damn.
Oh
I'd like
my
to
God.
interject. My pick, for no particular reason, is Mason Moriarty.
I like that.
Isn't
he
that the
does-
guy who
he
won
does-
the grand in that one?
That
Post
that
race.
IDK player race.
I don't whatever.
He
it
is.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. That's a bold pick. I like that.
Gavin Newton is promoting his own series in the All Teams.
Go watch the Gavin Car Series Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock on the Puffer Zone Network.
Well, he said
It's the Hoosier 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, January 18th.
He said, do you know why they call it Gavin Car?
Nah.
I don't know why they call it that.
Brian Hicks
So
is connected.
That's
So
a
So Brandon Hawkins, right? He
Yeah,
put
my
down a heater to
He
go
is
to pole position in duel number 2.
That is pull
what
through
lap did he
both
run?
sessions.
What
Or
lap
Chili
did he run?
Bowl update.
49.408.
That was 300s off. Or 3,000s. God.
Chili Bowl flip counter update. We're at 33.
Damn. There's like 11 since yesterday.
Gotta stop rolling over. What are they doing?
You think
How
they
do you
would
roll over?
you think they would be a little better? Do I support abolitionist John Brown? Absolutely, I support abolitionist John Brown. Rest in peace.
There's a lot more people in this field. Your drunk driver of the race is off by 2 seconds. It's John Poole, by the way.
Holy.
There's a lot more people in this race, it looks like. And this is...
Well, we have an imposter. Benjamin White ran that paint scheme last race. We have an imposter among us. It's John Poole.
Thanks.
This is just as competitive, if not, I'd say more competitive than the other field. Pretty like a lot of people in here have a spotter, like 6 or 7 of them.
Matt, I think
Two people beat my poll time, so.
It's definitely a busier duel than the last one we had.
Matt, I think the question that the audience and the fans are dying to know about Duel Race 2. Not necessarily about Duel Race 2, though. What happened to the Funky Bunch from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
Excuse me?
I don't know, but the Marky Mark flew to stardom instead of the Funky Bunch.
Brian Hicks has fallen out of the server.
Oh, you're
He would have flown on September 11th and prevented it from happening.
Absolutely.
He did say that. He said that in an interview. You know what's crazy is the fact that Cole Frolic used the term honey bunches.
Like a vote?
He said honey bunches take a chill pill, as if that would in any way alleviate the stress of the situation. Oates is currently screwing or chewing somebody out for not having numbers on their car.
I think it's the two machine. Well, it's
it's
technically
my
the
pick.
two machine.
No.
Technically who?
Technically the two machine.
Oh, Mason Moriarty.
He doesn't have numbers. He has logos, but no numbers. So the anti-syrup man.
You don't need numbers on your car. Like, let's be real here.
I mean, you kind of do, though.
No, if they took the number off of Bowman's car, they'd still know it's Alex Bowman. But if you took like the sponsors off it, you wouldn't know who it is because he doesn't. I
mean, if you have a 48 on it, they would know because they're not stupid.
Oh, what if it's drivers, have sponsors, so it might be a different guy.
Anyways, let's look at the starting grid.
Yeah, like Tony Stewart, he still has his Home Depot sponsorship, right?
Brandon Hawkins on the pole. Mo Perry is second with a lovely haircut. Wesley Parker and Cole Freilich in third and fourth. My pick, Cole Freilich. Matthew Neiman, last year's Speedway 200 winner, is fifth with Nathan Rabideau right behind him in sixth. Max Swearigan and Brady Floyd with that lovely Everton logo number up the toffees. Corey Summa, Braden Movich, Blake Trowick, the Mooster. Mooster, whatever, Moo is the Derek Edgerton. Chris Dolan, CJ Nemitz. Look at him, he's 14th. He's the number 14. David Cabrera, Colin Forrester, Wesley Person, Christopher B. Williams, Colton Lindauer, Mason Moriarty, Darius Rezadadgar, Marcus Siasco with a great lap time, lovely lap time, David Cruz, AJ Green, Corbin Simmons, Isaac Johnson, Curtis Kelly, Michael Klein, Tyler Watermole, and John Poole well off the pace. Jonathan Oates is not here, neither is Jack Painter. Tyler Lennon, I think, is here. Lance Hill, is it? Jerry E. Rodriguez, I don't know if he's here. Gavin Newton's here. That's it. And we need off turn 4. Yeah, just keep talking.
Okay.
Now you can talk.
We need a term for when somebody qualifies the position that is their car number. Like scoregami, but like it's not. You know what I mean? It needs a term. We're going green.
Duel 2 underway.
See Brandon Hawkins and Wesley Parker got a good jump on that bottom line, but they've got little to no help behind them. We'll see if Max Swearigan in that 15 car can close up and try to make sure that bottom line doesn't fall apart.
I pressed the wall.
A lot of the names I'm seeing in here are a much more aggressive plate drivers. Not saying they're worse at all, but I think this is going to be a group that's a lot more willing to go 3 wide, get involved, and make this race more interesting quickly. Just really quickly, there's a lot of discussion from the incident on the last race. The governing body hasn't said anything, but try and keep everyone updated if they make a decision to boot anyone out of the top 14.
I don't think they're going to. They were saying that they said that all four admins thought that there was a racing deal at the end, so I think everybody will stay in the race. You know who won't have the admins very happy though is Dawson Allen, because he went ahead of the pace car and tried to act like he won the race.
You know what though? In my experience in racing, I think every driver will agree with race control's decision, and I don't think there'll be any more discussion on it.
We have a confrontation in the Puver Zone Network chat. Wyatt Tinsley, who is blocked by Triffin Davis on multiple social media platforms, has been added by Wyatt Tinsley. We'll have to see if Triffin has blocked him on Twitch or if he saw that message and will now have to block him after seeing that. Intense discussions in the Puver Zone chat.
Back to the actual race. They're going to be side by side going into 3 and 4. Top line's not really getting a run here. They should be able to get one going down the straightaway. No one's looked too emphatic or too excited to make an emphatic move yet.
That's too big of a word here.
It is.
Ruby, the YouTube channel is Puver Zone Network. It'll be on the Twitch, and I'm actually, because you want to rewatch later, I'm gonna make it a priority that I upload this VOD to YouTube because I've been super lazy doing that. So I'm gonna do it.
Still thinking about that being too big of a word.
Emphatic.
He's absolutely exuberant.
Enthralling.
Indubitable.
Something made a move yet.
Wyatt Tinsley is begging.
Nothing's changed.
Wyatt Tinsley is on his hands and knees in the Twitch chat, begging Triffin Davis to unblock him. Incredible action here in the Puver Zone Twitch chat.
So our JGR driver of the race is Tyler Watermullen. Sitting back in 33rd, doing his best JGR impression, pretty much.
I'm hearing reports that Tyler Watermullen, as he blinks out, he got that engine straight from Ernie Elliott. It's a 1997 Ford motor.
Matthew Neiman's making moves. Sense. He's already 3 wide up the middle. He's working it.
It ran when parked, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
He's still taking the run, by the way. He's going to gain up to 5 or 6 spots this lap. He's absolutely hauling. There's another guy going 3 wide up there. I can't tell who that is exactly.
That is Braden Lovich. 42. 42, the chromed out McDonald's machine. You're not the star of the stream, by the way, Wyatt. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Oh, and there's contact between Robbins. Oh, he goes into the outside wall. There's going to be a big wreck here. There's going to take several cars out. One car, Arca breaks everybody as the caution comes out.
Rabideau's involved. Brady Floyd is involved. The 32 was involved. Oh, that was
Rodriguez
so
just
weird.
did not lift.
Oh my! We're gonna need all kinds of replays for this one.
Oh my god! I went too far back, but that's okay.
Like, the craziest part is that he net-coded through like 2 people.
Oh my god! This is incredible. We don't even. I don't even care what caused it. We'll find out what caused the wreck in a second. We need to watch this first, though.
That's honestly almost commendable.
Oh, he didn't lift for there. He had to have blinked out or something, because that is absolutely incredible.
The way he got through that, there's no way he saw everybody.
That is unbelievable. He has 4 cars strong. Looking
at the wreck, Braden Movick just tried to get a little bit too much on the top side. There was a little bit of a stack up with shot Rabideau up the track, but Movick turned out just a little bit too much left. He got into Rabideau, and then the wreck was pretty much from the stack up behind. Brady Floyd and and Chris Dolan made contact, just trying to miss it. They both spun.
Man, Nathan Rabideau gets run over by Christopher, but his car seems okay. He did a great job of not damaging that machine anymore. Some of these guys back here not so fortunate. Michael Klein with a broken suspension as Gavin Newton just barely avoided him.
Just an update being handed down from race control. Jerry Rodriguez will be held for a lap for quote-unquote Arca breaking through like 5 cars.
5?
Colton Lindauer got involved. Michael Klein basically did exactly what Jeremy did. Arca broke about 7 to 8 cars going through there.
Let's get a Michael Klein
he went
update.
through Marcus. Marcus is blessed.
Yeah, Marcus got lucky.
Marcus is so lucky.
He got an Arca break twice, and he's still fine.
But yeah, Michael came in scooting. David Kreutz got in the grass way too early.
He gassed it up in the middle of the wreck. That is impressive.
Like I said, it's almost respectable for his dedication to just not lifting. He just doesn't care.
He probably knows his internet's bad. He was probably just bagging on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, might as well give it a shot. That was unbelievable.
There were so many cars
King is
involved.
386.
Just just a little bit of mental reflection I've been doing under this caution period. Do you guys think an ARCA brake is the opposite of Kyle Busching a restart?
No, the opposite of an ARCA brake would be slowing down for the wreck.
I was thinking slowing down for the restart. Like just the complete opposite.
Yeah, like checking up the entire field.
Good cautions here at Daytona.
I got a final count of 15 cars involved in that wreck.
That was huge.
I would have probably taken the under. I would have probably taken the under.
The only guys really Edgerton. Edgerton's pretty damaged from that. Klein's damaged. Those were the only two due to this fantastic damage model offered here at iRacing.com simulations.
It's not iRacing.com anymore.
A Premier Online Motorsport Simulation Service.
Brady's fine. But yeah, Derek and Michael were the only two really banged up from that. Jerry is driving back out onto the track. Oh, okay. I thought he got kicked.
Brady, you gotta remember, I love the font, but we need to make the number a little smaller. Just quench it down a little. It's huge. It goes the entire length of the door. Look at it. It's huge.
That's why I just gotta say, you gotta remember, the reason we can get this damage fixed up so well is because, as per OSRL rules, teams must have one welder fabricator over the wall per pit stop. So
That's wonderful. This damage model's been acting up since the patch on Tuesday. Like, damage model's already weird, but like no one's getting damage. It feels like.
What is the 19 doing?
Let's take a look.
He just pulled out of the pits, stopped on the apron for about 5 seconds, and then is just continuing.
Yeah, he's just texting.
I think he has an
Looks like he had like a box of neutrals or something.
Alternator issue?
Yeah, I think the alternator is not charging the
battery. You want a Bungus update?
He hit the kill switch. I remember, Daytona's notoriously bad on batteries.
Yep.
Yup. Jerry Rodriguez.
So we are coming to the restart here. It's Wesley Parker and Brandon Hawkins on the front row. It will be Hawkins controlling the restart. Parker has been glued to his rear bumper the whole of that opening run. Now he gets some clean air on the front of that.
Rodriguez better Kyle Busch the start.
You see him coming out of turn 4 all the way behind the pack, but he is going to check up in time as Brandon Hawkins once again gets us going. We are underway. Lap 8 they're about to undertake of 30 here at Daytona. Oh, trouble at the back!
Oh!
It was the 10 machine of Corbin Simmons. Single car, though. Let's get a look at what happened here.
What did he do that for?
Just contact between Tyler Landon. Terrible spotter call from whoever Tyler Landon's spotter is. I don't know who that would be. Let's get a far chase update.
They're all stacked up in the back of the pack from there, so there's a lot of jockeying for position. This is the best time to make up spots while everyone's going to be getting runs.
My pick, the 2-car, Mason Moriarty, hit the wall on the back straight.
We have we have an update to the beef in Twitch chat. Wyatt says, Matt, I think Triffin blocked me on Twitch, so that makes Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and probably iRacing. Triffin responds. He says, Wyatt, you are obsessed with me, and it's really annoying. Just leave me alone. The temperature is increasing exponentially in the Puffer Zone chat.
Approximately 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't get it.
Wyatt responds. He says, I'm not. I just want to squash our beef. Once we do that, I'll leave you alone. So Wyatt trying to be a mediator, a peaceful...
Making amends here in the Puffer Zone. That's what we're all about.
Peaceful protest is Wyatt Tinsley's game.
The whole world is watching.
His name, as Wesley Parker tries to get the advantage on the outside. For now, he'll be too wide with Mo Perry. My pick, Cole Freilich, is stuck in line and third on the bottom. Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
think this field's going to be a bit more terrified after the previous events, and I don't think we're going to see a lot of moves be made until we get inside. They're stacking up on the high side. Oh, man.
They are stacking up big time. Isaac Johnson nearly ran into the back of his first 4 pseudo teammate. I don't know if they're still teammates, but they are acquaintances at the least. CJ Nemitz. But they were all able to hold on to it. Wesley Person blinked through turn 1 and 2. You see him blinking there. He is going to drop to the back of this field. Sit line here. Darius Rezadadgar going to have to check up big time. Goes all the way to the bottom.
Wesley Person just blinked out, flipped into the catch fence. That was something.
If I were Darius, I would have just hung out. I would have just like checked up. But he decided, I'm going to just cut it to the apron. It didn't work out for him, and now he's lost the draft.
If you check up, then you're a loser.
I know, but he's still a loser because he lost the draft.
That's true.
Wyatt, I'm not your mom. You can handle
yourself.
yourself.
The only winning move is not to play. You think anybody in this field's ever seen War Games?
I haven't seen it. Wyatt, you need to stand up for
you're
yourself,
not in the field.
man. I'm not gonna.
Do you think anyone on the grid of this race has taken part in psychological warfare in the Gulf War?
Yes.
Or the
really good question.
Or the WCW special event War Games?
How many people in this field have ever used Loctite?
Okay, back.
I've used Loctite.
So we take lap 12. Matthew Neiman goes to the outside. Don't know if he got forced up there or he made that move himself, but he's swinging it. They're stacking up the inside, the 62 and the 71. That's Curtis Kelly and David Cruz. I didn't even know that David Cruz was in this race. Oh my God, is Neiman trying to go all by himself 3 wide around the 09 of Williams?
Marcus Siasco caught the wall in the back in the middle of 1 and 2. Everyone's scared. Neiman, if anyone went with Neiman there, he would have had a huge run. At the front itself, it's been the same group of guys. Neiman's still pulling on the top because he still has no help.
He's still trying to make it work all on his own.
He's making it work.
Everyone is terrified. This is unbelievable. It's been the same group of guys up front, but Neiman's looking to make his name known up there. He just needs a bit of help from somebody.
And he's got that help now with Christopher V. Williams coming up on that rear end. CJ Nemitz right behind him, but they'll duck back in line. So Neiman's still trying to do it all by himself. Chris now makes the move. He got to run on the singular wireless machine, and he will give Matthew Neiman the help that he has been so desperately desiring. Blake Traywick looked to make a move up in front of Neiman, but thinks better of it as they go through 1 and 2. Neiman, last year's Speedway 200 winner. He is a capable super speedway racer. We should see him up at the front shortly.
Oh, it's a bit dicey for lap 13, guys. I don't know.
Certainly is. Swearigan going to go up in front of Neiman.
He's up to the 3rd row of
That's a mean block. Is Wesley going to try and do it? Now, Wesley definitely thought better of it there. That would not have been smart for this early. Like I said earlier, I looked at this group of guys. They are very aggressive super speedway drivers, and it's gonna be like this. The rest of the races are contact.
Doring! They hold on to it, though. They bang doors through the tri-oval. It was Traywick and Neiman, but they all hold on to it. They're 3 wide, 3 rows deep, even make it 4 rows deep, going for the front spots.
Kind of started off as Corey Suma. I think he might have caught the apron, went up the track a bit from the bottom, got in Traywick, and that was just a stack up. This top is getting dangerously close to the wall on corner entry. Like was Nate Stewart earlier said, the setup might be getting tight. One of these guys might wash into the wall. It's just, man, really wishy-washy up front.
Another thing as well with this 3 wide situation is if you're not in these first 3.5 rows, you're on the outside looking in, and now you have nowhere really to go. So you need to kind of figure out who you can work with, and if you can make a move. It's really tight in the middle and the back of this 3 wide.
Man, they're not going to be able to keep going like this for 16 laps. The setup moves around all over the place. We have some very capable drivers up here at the front, but it's not going to last, I don't think. Swearigan trying to take advantage of that outside momentum, but he hasn't been able to quite yet. Mo Perry cleared down in front of Hawkins to lead lap 50, and as Neiman gets into the wall on the backstretch, he's able to jerk it out of it. Williams doesn't run into him. Yeah, he jerked it.
This has been by far the most exciting racing we've seen in both the duels. Not many people, the top starting to lose its numbers as people see the run isn't getting as much mojo as it was before. It's really a tight squeeze.
What do they say about these duel races?
What do they say about them?
They say lots of things.
Why? We have 51 viewers, man. That's awesome. That's a great number.
I am 50 of them. So I hate to tell you guys.
Matthew Neiman is a badass. He is still holding it up there.
Wesley's. I wonder one thing. Are these guys getting hot? Because eventually, even though you're not really pushing the car eventually gets hot. And I think at least Hawkins, who's been helping Mo down there, and maybe Trebick, they've got to be getting a bit warm, and Neiman's got to be getting warm up there too. If someone can time a run correctly, they're gonna get some. Like,
Gavin Newton's in the wall in the 305. He's still stuck up there in the middle of 3 and 4. He's gonna move to the back of this lead group. He was making big headway after kind of being at the back for most of the first half of this race. He made it into the top 10, but just clipped the wall on the top lane. He's now back to the back.
Ethan, I'm gonna override your silent lap.
Oh, trouble!
Trouble! Cole Freilich, my pick gets turned.
He's gonna say.
He's gonna hold on to it. Look out!
Oh, Arca break.
Trouble! David Cabrera goes around. Freilich gonna be involved, and the caution comes out. Freilich looks like he's not gonna have a lot of damage to that machine, but look out! Don't come up back into the wall. He's able to hold on to it for now, but David Cabrera not so lucky.
It was a check up, and Corey just kind of caught him wrong.
Jesus, Tyler. God.
Yeah, Tyler.
Bad spotter, bad brakes.
Yeah, I wonder who's spotting that machine. Didn't tell him to check up.
Yeah, they don't got our bestest brakes on that machine.
Tyler just got him a little bit hot.
Yeah, he got it a little bit hot, you think?
I
can see has spun under caution.
I can see why he wasn't lifting.
Can you?
Yeah, because it didn't look like Cole was going to come all the way back up until pretty late.
Oh, Yasuma and the Mets collided under caution.
I was going to say.
Where did that happen?
That was out of turn number 4.
What happened here?
Oh, yeah, 4. Whoops.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, yeah, Casey Nemes CJ Nemes just comes down on Corey. That might be an EOL, or maybe they'll show bias to one of the league admins and not give him an EOL, but you never know. I tell you what.
He might have just not had a spotter because of the yellow.
No, I think Casey's upset that Corey caused the wreck. I think he's blaming it on Corey.
Did he? Why would he door him though? He didn't get involved.
I don't know, but I don't know why you do that. I know Casey's good enough to not just turn left in the middle of a corner.
Is he?
That's down on someone. Yes.
I hope he's turning left for all the corner.
Okay. What if he has to dodge a wreck or gets a little loose and has to correct the car?
See, that's when you're in the danger zone.
I can't believe that.
I will not elaborate.
Man. That's my pick. Who's gonna win this race?
I can't believe I kept silent on it because we were having some real good racing. But first of all, where is he? I forgot his name already. Jerry E. Rodriguez has left the building. But also, before he left the building, he self-spun on his own in 3.
That's pretty impressive.
Penalties.
Who's been penalized?
CJ Nemitz was given an EOL, and so was Corey Suma.
They're telling you. Are you telling me that Tyler Lannon is not getting an EOL for what he did to David? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? I agree with the other ones.
What we are insinuating?
Are you insinuating?
Tyler Lannon was just given an EOL penalty.
I don't try to show bias here on the Puffer Zone Network. Fully deserved that he got that EOL. I'm happy. I would have been irate if he didn't get it, to be honest with you. But so now Tyler Lannon will drop back. He's not going to lose a ton of spots. He'll probably be back around 28th, but that will be a tall task in about the 10 laps that we're going to have here remaining.
We have to do a silent lap, by the way.
No, we don't. I'm overriding it.
A silent caution lap?
I'm overriding it because there's 12 laps to go, and we're going to have lots of action. And the rule is not within 10 to go.
Can you not have that as 3K for
we're changing that, too.
Make it to like 15.
Full-length caution lap that's silent?
Do it. I'll do it on. I do have to give us points. Yeah, I will give us points back. They're telling me to go to the car with the big 9. Oh my goodness! What on earth? Oh, there it is. It's the struggle bus of Robert Dorman. There's Mike Stefanik. He's upset.
It looks like a next gen car with the big ass number. Some of those next gen cars have some big old.
Big ass number.
Oh, there's Ashton. Oh, this is that car.
I see. I see Sean M. Butler on the back there.
Ashton Slice. He's sticking his hand in a toilet. Michael P. Frisch is there.
Why? Malik is there.
I don't know why he is. Malik's there. Brian Hicks is there, I think. I'm trying to. David Schildhouse is there.
Sean Butler is the most, like, the one that stands out the most, despite it being one of the smallest images.
I think that I think that the thing in the bottom left corner is TOS, but nobody's gonna see it. So
it's not. I'm looking. It's not.
What I love about that Sean Butler.
Davin's on there.
Derek Edgerton, I want to thank you for rating with a party of 4.
Jordan Worth is on. There's a lot of people on there.
There's a lot of people. You made that, Robert. That's good job. I'm proud of you.
What I love about that Sean Butler photo is it's the exact one that Bryce Andres uses for the "you wouldn't expect Sean Butler to be in the replies, but you were wrong" photo, and that's a very good meme photo.
What, Kodak
DJ
Black
Nemitz
the Florida
says-
was Kodak Black? Was it? Wait, Robert,
Big news.
is
Are
Kodak
you-
Black at
hold
the
on,
Florida
I'm
Panthers
gonna-
game on that?
I'm gonna quote a Shaggy song, and I'm gonna ask you to answer it. Was he banging on the sofa?
It wasn't him.
Was he banging on the counter? Was he
Oh.
banging on the shower?
It wasn't.
On
Was
the
it
shower?
even caught on camera?
No,
I don't know. You know what's
Okay.
crazy?
It
though,
wasn't
is,
me then.
just you just talk more. I dare you.
What's crazy? CJ Nemitz played the Clash of Clans King laughing sound over race control. Not just all teams, race control.
Why?
Soundboards are funny.
Soundboard. Lol.
David Cabrera is currently
Omega.
gargling water. This is the worst race chat I've ever heard.
I lost. I
A lot of
rightfully
comedians
so.
here at Ostrom.
A lot of comedians in the booth too. Maybe we should.
No, so we are coming to the restart
get
here.
rid of
It'll
them.
be Mo Perry leading the way. That 3 wide up at the front of the field kind of shuffled up a little bit. Brandon Hawkins on the second row. It is Perry, Parker, Hawkins, Swearingen, Neiman, Trawick, Williams, Buvick, Kelly, and Johnson, the top 10. As we are underway with 10 laps to go.
And second blinks out.
He's back. It's Max Swearingen. He's been having periodic blinks, but he's okay. He's holding in there. You want somebody who I want to talk about is Marcus Ciasco, who has found himself. Oh, he misses turn 1, but he's found himself in the 11th position. He is currently in. Your current transfer is David Cruz, but he is side by side with Chris Dolan. And there's trouble. What?
Nathan
trouble.
Revenue again. He gets rear-ended by John Poole III.
What happened?
Rapid.
This was
John
all,
Poole had no right front.
This is
Not
all
sure
the way
why.
at the back.
What?
What?
I
would
think
expect
he just
Rabbit
comes-
do-
I think he just
Nathan-
comes up the track.
Come on, Nathan.
They voted out the imposter. That's what they did.
That's
And
what
John
they. That's
Poole
what they,
III showed his displeasure
Oh.
at the exit too. He did not break at all.
I don't blame him because Nathan kind of just hit him.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm being honest.
We're in
Yeah.
Nathan is really not happy about this incident.
I mean, he should not be happy at himself, in my humble opinion.
Nathan Rabideau just verbalizing what he's saying. Nathan Rabideau says the guy on the top is a lane lower than he should be. Just noting that a lane
Let's take a
higher
look.
than
Let's
that would be the wall.
let's just take a far
Outside of
chase
the
view of
facilities.
this. So John is on the seam. Nathan doors the guy below him, and that. I mean, I think very highly of Nathan as a sim racer. I think he's a great driver. I don't really know what is going through his proverbial mind in this particular situation.
Yeah,
But that's
I think
okay. We all have our moments.
He
I
beat
think
me in
he's a little
GNS. I
lost
can't
there.
say anything about him. So
What happened before he beat you? What happened to the caution before the end of that GNS race?
I don't know.
They gave you a
we'll
Mickey
never know.
Mouse EOL.
Yeah, that's probably why. Just
For
like
doing
I should have
nothing.
won the Clash. I don't expect anything different from this field as we've seen the race progress. I think if anything, it's gonna get more chaotic. If I had to bet on 4 wide, maybe even 5 wide, I definitely think we're gonna see that.
I
as
would
it
love
plays
to
out.
see them go 5 wide around here.
Keep talking.
Shut up, Ben.
I don't think they can actually physically fit 5 cars. With
Oh, you can go 5 wide.
yeah.
The question is,
on
though,
the backstroke.
can they go 5 wide?
No,
Yes,
but we're gonna
no.
go 5 wide.
Mathematically, you can go 5 wide.
Someone's gonna check on the backstretch, and we're gonna throw it
Oh,
down.
that's bigger than I wanted it to be.
Oh, that's a nice glob of pink you got up there on the telestrator.
Yeah.
There we go.
A really good question. Matt, can you please draw a quick outline of the Daytona Oval? We got one shot. You can't lift off the mouse.
Fuck.
Including pit lane
Oh, fuck.
and Lake Lloyd.
And Lake Lloyd.
No. The oval and,
You mean
and the
the
pit lane,
crater,
but
right?
you can't lift off. You can't let go of the mouse.
I'm not letting go of the mouse.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
drawing
sorry,
that.
way
This
too
is
early.
Michigan.
How was
This is
that?
Michigan.
Yeah,
Hey,
this
it's
is Michigan.
It's Michigan International Speedway.
We're here live for the Austral US 500. All right, now how you do pit lane, goofball?
Oh, you just let go.
Oh. Matt Spaulding has been disqualified.
Cheating.
Wow. Kansas.
So,
that's Iowa.
the chat-
Actually, that's Iowa.
The chat
Yeah.
correctly mentioned,
Stop.
as is
Get it off.
tradition with
Shut
the
up,
duels at
Swag.
Daytona.
Get it off.
One
Shut
was
up.
pretty clean,
Get
and
it
the other one was just pure chaos.
Remember,
and we
guys.
still have, we're coming to 7 to go here.
Remember,
Another
guys, dual
restart.
races
Oh,
are like
very-
credit cards.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I can't cut into a race.
Unreal.
Anyways,
Pace car is off.
they're underway. Again, it's absolute chaos here in the Puffer Zone booth as Mo Perry gets the green flag. 7, right? Yes, 7 laps to go.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of laps. Wesley Parker edging ahead as
can't
they go
count
into
that.
turn 1. Just keep talking.
I will.
Your current transfer spot is Chris Dolan, rather, as Marcus makes a rather unnecessarily bold move to the outside to get in that lane. So currently Dolan, now he's dropped back to 16th as Colton Lindauer's your man currently on the inside. But Dolan going to try to make that move. He's going to try to get 2 and 1 here. His back up front Perry able to hold on the inside. They're 3 wide right now for the transfer spot. Dolan doesn't have a lot of help out there. He's going to drop a little bit. There's going to be some tight racing back here as they try to find that 14th position to advance to the Speedway 200. Oh no! Brady Floyd comes up and connects with the Mason Moriarty. Cole Freilich is involved. David Cabrera, Corey Suma. Corey might have
Darius
missed it.
Daggar.
Tyler Lanning is involved.
Casey Nemitz involved.
Weird wreck.
Wesley
that
Person
sucks.
just kind
David-
of missed the tri-oval.
David Cabrera has cleared the fence and is in the road course.
What?
Oh
We'll
my
have
god.
to take a
he
look.
did.
We'll have to take a look at that.
Oh,
after
he
we
is!
Look at this replay. See what
have
happened
one
here. It's
car.
Wesley Person, Brady Floyd. These guys are jockeying for position as they go into the tri-oval.
I hope David is okay after that.
Looks like
Oh.
some net code. Man,
We're gonna
hate to
keep
see
him
that.
behind that wall so the fans
Oh,
can't
yeah.
see him.
Let's go to David. No ref. Oh.
We need a cockpit
goodness.
view of that.
No steering, no brakes.
Oh.
So
And
we gotta
for
get it. We
Jersey
gotta
barriers
we
at
gotta put a
Daytona.
tarp over that car for the rest of the race and just leave it
AMR
there. and
safety
hope
team
fans
is
Window
don't-
net
on
is
the
not
case.
down. He's still sitting.
Terrible,
there.
terrible news. David Cabrera, he had a full Culver's meal. He's a very big Midwesterner. He had
Yeah.
a full Culver's meal, including not one, not 2, but 3 milkshakes. They are now all over the interior of that car.
We just got a
It
Culver's.
sounds like
no.
a war scene.
Let me tell you, we just got a Culver's. Other than the milkshakes, the place is overrated as hell. It's not that good.
okay. That's a discussion.
All 3 milkshakes have spilt the interior of that automobile. That is,
Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
I'm
A
telling you,
Neapolitan.
I'm telling you, man. It looks like an ice cream truck crashed.
Do you think David Cabrera supersized his milkshakes?
That's the word. That's why it's so bad.
Oh,
They were
He's
telling me
still
that.
there.
Oh.
They were. Is he still?
He's still sitting there.
he's just. I think he's not
the safety crews are
responsible.
the safety crews are
Oh,
working
he's-
on him right
he's
now
dead.
to get him out
no,
of the car.
he's dead.
They're
We're
cutting
not
the
getting
roof
him
off
back.
right now.
They're
I'll
busting out the steam cleaner.
Can you draw a little tombstone
Yeah.
next to his car and
No.
Can you draw the ice cream?
No.
Can you draw the
Alright.
ice cream? Draw the ice
Same
cream.
picture right here at Daytona.
It's the AMR safety team. They're there. Live
They
in
are.
person.
This is the best thing we've ever done. Can you please draw the Culvers that he's parked next to?
Is he in the
David
drive?
Cabrera, if you
You-
are
you-
in,
you-
in
you
the
may
Discord,
think- you may think this-
want to join us for an interview.
You may
David's
think
dead.
this is
What are
a.
you talking about?
You may think this is a tombstone.
Uh-oh.
That's a drive. Oh no.
Oh no.
David Cabrera
Are
was
you-
the imposter.
Oh
We
no.
got him out, guys.
Among Us.
Can you please draw the Culvers he's parked at? He's getting his order.
It's in the drive-thru.
David Cabrera is in the waiting room here, boys.
They asked him to pull up.
How many to green are we?
we're good. You got time.
We're
We're
good.
good. You got time.
Yeah, lights are still on the pace car. Oh, is he in the boot? There he is.
David Cabrera, driver of the number 31 singular wireless Chevrolet, has joined us. David,
Joining
how
us
are you
from
doing?
heaven.
Yeah, broadcasting from heaven. Good signal up there.
I think I broke my legs and arms and my entire body. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm sorry
I
to
think
hear
he
that.
broke more than that.
Did you get your Culvers yet?
I don't know about that, buddy.
All right, they'll bring it out to you shortly.
Yeah, the AMR safety team has done no shit to me.
Oh no!
We got to the hospital and they said that I broke all of my bones, even my head.
I have terrible news because we have been informed the AMR safety team has actually just gone into the Culver's.
Wait, let me try. Wait, let me try.
What do you think they're ordering?
3 large milkshakes each.
Each. I mean,
But
most of
The AMR safety team has pulled in. I don't know what
Watching
I
the
just threw.
stream and I am enjoying the content. I'm
I
looking at
appreciate
it.
that.
in reality, David, a tough break tonight. You will not be in,
we won to
in
green
the
yet?
Speedway 200 tomorrow.
Just got one.
Good luck rest of the season, though. You participated a lot last season.
David Kaffer is still there. He hasn't
back
told
for
yet.
some more action.
Culver's the official sponsor of the safety team for the Oscar Premier Series.
You know who David sounds exactly fucking like?
Syrup Man.
Syrup Man. I noticed that instantly. I was like, that is so weird.
Do you think he's from Latvia instead of Lithuania?
I think he is.
Thank you,
As
David,
you can
for
tell
being
by
such
his
a
last
good
name,
sport.
Cabrera, a common Latvian last name.
Yep.
But anyways, we're going to have yet another. We need to reset from whatever the fuck we just did.
This is a GWC, but without going into overtime.
It's a natural.
Oh, so if they wreck, race isn't over, yes.
Now
they wreck on the non-white flag.
Now, looking just outside of the transfer spot, you have Chris Dolan, who's an Austral regular. You have AJ Green, who's a very talented driver. Cole Freilich is a very talented driver. Corey Suma is a talented driver. A lot of the guys, like pretty much all the guys back here, all have a good amount of talent. And I mean, these guys don't have much time. There's going to be 2 to go. I doubt it's going to get that exciting up front. I think they all know up there that there's not too much on the line as long as they don't kill each other. And it's going to get wild for this transfer spot. I think we got one more huge wreck back in here.
Back in the transfer positions after hitting the wall earlier in the race and going back to the back of the field is Gavin Newton in the 305.
Hell yeah.
He's looking to re-rally and get back into contention to get in the Speedway 200. Green flag flies, coming to 2 to go. Mo Perry leads the way.
Good jump, good start for everybody. Matthews Wack, go.
Down out of the trial over here, it's going to be Mo and Wesley side by side. These two haven't really been able to get a good jump on each other. It's as we're going to look towards the middle of the pack. Marcus Ciasco, Colton Lindauer, Gavin Newton, Chris Dolan, AJ Green, Cole Freilich, Corey Suma, all these guys right there battling for the transfer spot to get a spot into the Speedway 200, the most prestigious Austral race ever. As we see them tandeming on the top, it looks like Colton Lindauer is hung out to dry on the bottom. This third lane is going to form anytime soon. Gavin Newton's throwing it up the middle on Marcus Ciasco. It's going to be tight here for this next lap and a quarter.
Look out, Marcus pushing up the track. Dolan tried to look inside to make it 4 wide, but he was unsuccessful. AJ Green, as they have trouble behind him, will they throw the caution? It's Corbin Simmons and that is Colin Forrester. They'll take the white flag. No caution. We're on the final lap of duel number 2. It's Mo Perry leading, but what we're focused on is the battle for the transfer position. My pick, Cole Freilich, is currently in it, but Colton Lindauer is fighting back on the inside.
Marcus and Gavin kind of got shuffled out there. Gavin Newton still is the transfer spot right now. He's going to get forced.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
There comes
did somehow.
Edgar. They're going to be all over the place going down the backstretch. The front is all organized, but we're not looking towards that. It is going to be action-packed through 3 and 4 to see who gets this last transfer spot.
Coming through 3 and 4 at the front, Mo Perry edges ahead. He's being shoved by Max Swearigan. Back at the transfer spot, they're 3 wide for the time being. It's Dolan. They're coming up to the line. It's going to be Mo Perry who's going to win Duel 2 at the line for the transfer spot. Give it to Chris Dolan. And they wreck big after the checkered flag. The tide ride of Chris Dolan.
Punch to the drivers that didn't make it. They wrecked.
Absolute heartbreak for Colton Lindauer, Marcus Ciasco, Corey, Darius, Gavin. They were all way up there right at the end and just a bit short. That was an action-packed duel. They went at it pretty much all 30 laps. That was a great show by those guys.
Yeah, and that was a close call for Cole Freilich as well. He was up at the front of the field for most of this race. Kind of got shuffled back when they went 3 wide. Barely scrapes through. He finished in 13th.
Mo Perry wins duel number 2. I believe that is his first ever Austral win. It is a non-points paying race, but he will still be happy, and that'll give him some positive momentum going into next week's Speedway 200. We didn't even look over the results for duel number 1.
Hey, Matt, I'll tell you what. You know who got a good view of that wreck after the finish?
Yep. Who?
David Cabrera. Still there.
Oh, David didn't win the race. I mean, in your heart, in everybody's hearts, he did. But
he's still waiting on his food.
Yeah. Let's see what David Cabrera saw.
A lot of headlights.
They're about to come through here. We're just waiting. David's just hanging out. Here they come. I tell you what, that is a front row seat to all the action here in OSRL.
After that huge impact he had, he's still idling at 1998. Only lost 2 RPM.
Jesus, that's hilarious.
There are about 5 cars doing burnouts on pit road.
And the one who is doing burnouts, the only one that matters, is Mo Perry, who is your winner.
Christopher B. Williams is doing a 3-wheeled burnout. The entire right front of that car is gone.
Who is I believe
Mo's the only person in VC
it's
we can interview.
09.
We're gonna talk.
Let's get him in here.
Let's talk to Mo.
Mo, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Race Channel 2.
Mo Perry, you have won duel number 2. You were up front all race making big moves. Was your strategy to try to stay up front, stay out of any of the carnage that might have been in the middle of the pack?
Oh, yeah. I knew that if I got put in the middle of the pack, I was getting screwed over at some point.
So you go and you win. You made some pretty impressive moves. I'm sure your confidence will be boosted for next week's Speedway 200. How are you feeling going into next Thursday night's event?
Well, I normally really like running plate tracks, so last year I was running up front too until the incident, but I feel I can do pretty damn good there.
Well, Mo Perry, congratulations on your duel win. We will see you next week. Oh, I can't move you. Go. There he goes. All right.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, Mo.
Imagine the last thing you hear in the voice yet being, go.
Good Lord. Well, let's go over your results for the second duel. I can go over the results for the first duel because Ethan Corder did me a favor and sent me those results.
What a nice guy.
Presley Soar won, Nate Stewart was second, Benjamin White was third, Lane Tidwell, my pick, finished fourth, and Ben's pick too. Griffin Jones in fifth, there he is. Joshua Kayesh in sixth, Gary Waterworth in seventh, Ethan Corder in eighth, Hayden Law in ninth, Spencer Ray in 10th, Robert Dorman in 11th, Ruby Estes in 12th, Andrew T. Jones in 13th, Lance Hill in 14th. Those were the drivers that transferred: Tommy Cook, Jack Lauer, Douglas Newbegin. Some of those that were not so fortunate. And now we'll look at the results for duel number 2. So Mo Perry is your winner. Max Swearigan, we didn't talk about him a ton, but he was a strong force up there throughout the entire 30 laps. He finishes second. Wesley Parker third. Matthew Neiman fought through that field with some impressive 3-wide moves to finish fourth. Brandon Hawken, your pole sitter, is fifth. Christopher B. Williams came home sixth. Blake Trawick in seventh. Braden Movich in eighth. Isaac Johnson in ninth. And Curtis Kelly in 10th. As we go back outside of the top 10, it's AJ Green, David Kreutz, Cole Freilich, and Chris Dolan rounding out those who will transfer to the Speedway 200. Colton Lindauer, okay, let's go. Okay, there we go. Colton Lindauer, Marcus Ciasco, Corey Summa, Darius Reza Dadgar, Gavin Newton, Mason Moriarty are all out, along with Brady Floyd, Corbin Simmons, Colin Forrester, Wesley Person, Tyler Watermullen, CJ Nemitz, Tyler Landon, David Cabrera, John Poole III, Nathan Rabidou, Michael Klein, Jerry E. Rodriguez, and Derek Edgerton. They all did not make next week's Speedway 200. So, fellas, we had quite a fantastic night of racing. What should we anticipate seeing crossover next week's Speedway 200, or what will we see a little bit less of?
I think it's going to be at the same track.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to see that number 8 car going into victory lane next week.
Is Ben Biller calling his proverbial shot? Is he going to win the race?
Yeah, he's going to end up.
I'm going to say here right now, that ain't happening.
Oh, yeah, are you going to intentionally wreck him, Lane?
I ain't gonna make him. I'm not gonna let him win. That's for sure.
Oh, I like
that.
Oh, damn war. He ain't gonna win the damn war.
So we
Ben throws the block. Lane hits him.
Yeah,
so
we should make that.
Got 28 drivers in the show that raced in tonight. They'll be joining Griffin Davis, Wyatt Tinsley, Ben Billard, Matthew Zwack, Josh Goslin, Tyler Dugan, Rudy Valentin, and Joe M. Armstrong from last season's top 8 in points.
Is that who Joe is?
Who's Joe? Oh my!
That is
Oh, Mo
terrible.
Perry has
Oh,
gone
no.
out
Oh,
of the
no.
build. Oh,
He's out
oh
of the
my
yard. 3D
God!
fencing did not help him that time.
The 3D fencing not coming in hand. That was a horrible crash that defied the laws of physics.
Outside of the fence.
He is.
NASCAR has announced 4D fencing for the next Daytona update.
David Cabrera, still there. So it's Mo. It's Mo and David. They're hanging. Let's see if we can get a shot of them. Can we see them both from a camera angle? Maybe the blimp static. Nah, not quite. But anyways, it's the moon.
I appreciate Daytona National Speedway just cutting all the power from the infield.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to keep the lights on.
The Florida power grid is
costs a lot of that costs a lot of money. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Ben Billard put it in a couple of messages ago. We have merch. Go to thepufferzone.com and buy some stuff. Got Gloucester stickers, the funny Persian cat, which Ben Billard loves. We have hoodies, OSRL stuff.
Oh,
unbelievable! OSRL stuff, Gavin Carr stuff. And speaking of Gavin Carr, our next broadcast will be Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Thank you, AJ Green. I appreciate that, man. I'll see you next week in the Speedway 200. Braden Movich brought it home 8th. There he is. Ben Billard is a terrible person. But Tuesday we will have the Hoosier 500 from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So 2 flagship events going Tuesday and Thursday next week. On Tuesday, it's Gavin Carr at 9 o'clock, the Hoosier 500 with the IRO 5 from Indianapolis. Shut the fuck up, Ben Billard. And then Thursday, we'll have the Speedway 200 at 9:30 p.m. right here from the Daytona International Speedway. So we are going to go ahead and raid the Stoned Vet because he's a friend of our lovely stream.
There are 2 lights on in the infield.
He's probably smoking a bowl, which is pretty base.
Also, I will improve the on-track lighting.
Yeah, but if you look at, there's one particular part of the garage area.
Can we raid Dylan Alt, or is that no?
Sure.
Dylan Alt was the only truck left.
Why do you give me I need you to present me a strong argument to raid Dylan Alt.
Who are we raiding anyway?
The Stoned Vet.
No, I don't care.
Did Dylan Alt serve in the U.S. military?
Okay, then raid.
There's
the question right there.
Dr. Lisa Mate on Twitter tweeted into the show, tweeted into @iRacing @OSRL_ that she was watching her son in the first duel.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Let's go.
Why is
I've been recommended.
Unreal.
Never mind.
Keep talking.
Unreal Christian.
Hella.
But anyways, we are going to go to see the Stone Vet once again. Tuesday at 9, Gavin Carr. Thursday night at 9:30, the Speedway 200. We'll see y'all next week. Have a lovely night.